Explore abandoned places. With Tattoo Tony is a YouTube channel in the field of urban exploration, where the creator documents his visits to abandoned houses, buildings, and forgotten locations across the United States. The videos are usually filmed in a raw, realistic style with minimal editing, capturing step-by-step walkthroughs of decaying and deserted places. But in 2017, Tony and his companion entered an abandoned hospital. As they moved deeper inside, they began to feel increasingly uneasy. In the radiology section, there were many strange objects and old machines. The further they went, the stronger the unsettling feeling became, as if something wasn't quite right. When they reached the upper floors, Tony was filming a long, abandoned corridor when suddenly something like a shadow quickly passed by one of the doorways. The moment was very brief, but clearly visible. They immediately rushed to investigate, but found nothing. It's unclear what it actually was. It could have been someone trying to stay hidden, or perhaps something far more mysterious.
Dude, I fucking thought I saw something cross that hallway, dude. You didn't see nothing back there?
No.
Let's go down here and see. Did you check any of these rooms? I really haven't seen any sign of anybody staying here, you know? Like, I don't think anybody's living in here anymore. I don't see anything, dude. I'm looking left and right.
It doesn't appear to be staged, as Tony's content is usually raw and unscripted, and he has previously encountered unknown individuals in places like this. However, the way that Shadow moved, quickly darting across the frame, was truly frightening and unsettling, and it's probably the last thing anyone would want to come across while exploring a place like that. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel and help us reach 1,000 subscribers. The YouTube channel Decaying Ace mainly focuses on exploring abandoned urban locations, with a strong emphasis on storytelling and documenting the historical details of forgotten places. In this video, they decide to investigate an abandoned factory located in one of the regions of the United States. As they enter the building, they quickly notice signs that suggest the presence of homeless individuals or people living there illegally. As they move deeper inside, they discover more evidence indicating that the place is still being used, and it's even possible that someone might be there at that very moment. Considering the potential risks, they try not to stay in that area for too long and continue their exploration cautiously. Eventually, they decide to head up to the upper floors, but as soon as they arrive, they are confronted with a disturbing scene.
This is really neat.
I'm an urban explorer, just filming. Is it alright if we walk around a bit and take a few more pictures? Or we not to? No. Alright, well, we are on our way then.
Dude up there.
Yeah, I know, we were yelling at you because we heard something and you just kept going.
After encountering this individual, he firmly warns them that they should not stay in the building and that it would be best to leave immediately. To avoid any potential conflict, they agree to follow his advice. However, since they had only just arrived and still intended to film the location, they didn't completely leave the area. Instead, they moved to another part of the building to create some distance and avoid running into him again. They tried to stay away from their previous spot, but upon reaching another section, they once again found themselves in a tense situation. After being spotted for the second time, they explained again that their only intention was to film. This time, the man suggested that they go to another building to the east, which was larger and possibly safer, and he even gave them directions. They were somewhat hesitant, but since they could no longer continue exploring the factory, they decided to head to the new location. So, they left the factory and made their way toward the second building.
He just rode a bike past the door.
Maybe he's leaving.
Are you recording?
Yes.
videos of this place here.
Because we do what's called urban exploring, so we pretty much show people abandoned buildings and they think it's... Huh? Is it big?
Yeah, it's a lot bigger than this one.
Really? Goodyear? Did you say the Goodyear building?
On the east end.
On the east end, you said? Yeah, again, we don't want to cause you no problems. We're not here to bother you. We just want to take some videos of this place.
And we'll be gone before you know it.
Right, we'll be quick. We won't even come over on your side if you don't want.
Yep.
When they entered the building, security guards immediately noticed them. These guards were responsible for protecting the site, but fortunately, their approach was calm, and they simply asked them to leave. They explained that the location was extremely dangerous and had been the scene of multiple police operations in recent years, including cases involving drugs and violent crimes, even murder. They even mentioned that special forces had raided the place earlier that same month, warning them never to enter such buildings. Hearing this information, the explorers were shocked and realized how serious the situation was. In the end, they decided to stop their adventure. Fortunately, the timely intervention of the guards saved them from a potentially dangerous situation. Lost World is a small YouTube channel in the Russian-speaking community. The owner of the channel is Bogdan Revo, who explores historical and forgotten places. However, in one of his most viewed videos, he decided to explore an old 3-story yellow building with peeling paint and broken windows. He went alone, brought his camera, and entered through the left entrance. He moved from apartment to apartment, empty rooms, shattered glass, scattered belongings, and fresh footprints on the dusty floor. It was clear that someone had been there recently. He made his way to the top floor, checked every corner, and then headed toward the second entrance. That's when he started hearing noises. As soon as he approached the source of the sound, he was faced with an incredibly terrifying scene.
Кто здесь? Кто? Вы живете, что ли, здесь? Не, вы меня не бойтесь, я не причиню вам вред.
Я понял, только снимать не надо, ладно?
Почему?
Не надо.
Почему не надо?
Зачем?
У меня свой канал в интернете, на ютубе.
Может, у нас ты приходил, что ли? Спрашивал.
Нет, не я. Вы здесь живете, что ли?
Временно, да.
Бездомные?
Нет. Конечно.
Почему?
Ну, они спят уже. Они даже не знают об этом.
Ну, более-менее тепло. Печку просто согревает, да?
At first, he was frightened, but then he calmed down and asked Bogdan for a cigarette. Bogdan gave him one and looked around. Shortly after, he got into his car, drove to a store, and bought some supplies: tea, cookies, canned food, and bread. He gave everything to the man without saying a word. No conversation, no questions, just help. That day, Bogdan showed something real. Abandoned places aren't always about dangerous people or addicts. Sometimes they are about real life and people who truly need help. Exploring with Fighters is a large YouTube channel with nearly 400,000 subscribers. Its content is a mix of adventure, mystery exploration, and showcasing unique and lesser-known places around the world. In this video, a man named Dan, along with a group of his teammates, decides to explore an old abandoned asylum in Wales. At the beginning of the video, they explain that the location is known for its dark history, with rumors about a man who roams the area, someone extremely aggressive who is said to always carry a shotgun. As their exploration continues, the group occasionally splits up. Some go off to capture cinematic footage, while others explore different parts of the building. At one point, they come across disturbing signs suggesting possible ritualistic or unusual activity. Around the same time, they suddenly notice a vehicle entering the property. The driver firmly orders them to leave immediately. The group complies without argument and begins to exit, but the vehicle continues to follow and escort them out. Very quickly, the situation turns dangerous when the driver suddenly accelerates toward them, nearly running one of them over.
Now who cares No, don't.
Now I'm warning you.
It's good. Hey, come near me.
All right, the police are coming.
You tried running me down?
I didn't run it down. I tried to put that out. I'll put it out first.
You tried running me down?
I didn't run it down. I tried to put that out. I'll put it out first. Now go on. Oh, all of you. I'm done.
I'll ring the police. You tried running me down. Attempted murder.
Go on, off site now. Who strikes that? Take it with you. Go on, and you. You know what you can do with that camera. Quick.
After some time, the group manages to create a safe distance from the man and slowly realizes how serious the situation was. They were all deeply shaken, with adrenaline still rushing, as they had encountered someone who genuinely intended to harm them. The man didn't just tell them to leave, he actually drove directly toward Dan, forcing him to jump out of the way. He even attempted to strike their camera while shouting threats at them. Dan later described the incident as an attempted runover, stating that if he had reacted even a second later, he likely would have been hit. Even after leaving the area, Dan admitted that their hearts were still racing, and only then did they truly understand how close they had come to a serious and potentially disastrous situation. In August 2016, the YouTube channel E.T. Explores and More published a video that attracted a great deal of attention. In the video, 4 teenagers explore an old, abandoned sauna that dates back to 1915, when Estonia was still under the Russian Empire. The building had been in use for around 80 years before it was shut down in 1995. It then sat unused for over 2 decades until it was eventually restored in 2018 and converted into a beauty salon. During their visit in August 2016, the uploader and 3 friends entered the deserted structure. Inside, the building appeared exactly as one would expect after being abandoned for more than 20 years. Mold had spread across the walls, the heating equipment was heavily rusted, and the floor was damaged with multiple holes. The overall condition of the place made it seem unstable, as if it could collapse at any moment.
Vaadake siit see pikk koridor.
As they explored further, the teenagers noticed several unsettling writings and drawings on the walls. For the first part of their exploration, aside from the disturbing graffiti and a few scattered personal items like shoes, there was no clear sign that anyone had recently been there or was living inside. However, about 20 minutes into the visit, one of them discovered a doorway hidden behind a curtain. Curious, they decided to investigate.
Vaatad ees. Seespool või? Taga on kardin käes või? Asjad olid ees.
Olid jah?
Äkki saab ringi tulla. Õigme seal.
Taga on jah mingi kardinuk sees, või millal vaip.
Käisime küll ju, seal ei käinud või?
Käi. Läbi selle enam ei ole.
no kurat, siin on Dima, see on nii kahtlane. Küsige.
When one of the teens pointed a flashlight into the dark room, a terrifying scream suddenly echoed from within. Startled and frightened, all four immediately ran out of the building in panic. By the time they made it outside, the sun had already set, and they quickly got into their car to leave the area. Although this video does not show the source of the scream, since they were too busy escaping, it is likely that it came from a homeless person staying inside the abandoned building who was caught off guard by their presence. Even so, the experience must have been deeply unsettling. After that incident in 2016, the group never returned to the abandoned sauna again.